Hello, my name is Russ Merrick. I'd like to welcome you to the manufacturing facility of Merrick Machine Company, located here in Alden, Nebraska. Today we have for you guys, this is a fold-up engine stand. Can you believe it? I certainly can. You've got your main mast coming up, and there's a series of pins here. So there's the first portion of it. The second portion, I'll do it from your vantage point. I can go ahead and roll this back. We've got a ball detent pin, actually goes through the holes, locks everything in place. The opposite leg, I've got another ball detent pin, I'm doing the same trick, gentlemen. Put my ball detent pin in, boom, look at that, how about that? So that's the fold-up system. It's pretty slick. You're going back and forth, as you can see. Actually got a lot of really neat advantages with this thing. Try and get a shot here. On the main head, you're going to have your engine, whether it's a foreign or domestic engine. You're going to attach it on here. If you notice, we're sitting up in an angle, okay? That's about 3 degrees, and we've actually got a bar welded across here as a dead stop. So it's not going to inadvertently want to fall back down. Now, we did it 3 degrees. Why did we do that? Traditionally, most of these are set up there at 90 degrees, sitting out there in a horizontal. By the time you put all the bolts in here and you got your engine block, it starts to sag a little bit. Pretty soon you're putting your heads, your cam, everything else in your carburetor, and the thing's really leaning downhill. So with this, with the 3 degree already built into the weldment assembly, we're actually sitting up a little bit, and eventually you're going to be in a horizontal position once the engine is fully loaded. Nice advantage. The other thing we have going on for you guys, you can actually drop this down, put your ball detent pin back in. Now I'm going to have the engine block coming up. Instead of horizontal, it's vertical. Well, why in the world would you take your engine block and go vertical? There's a couple real easy ways, answers for that. It's a lot easier to go ahead and put your crank and so forth in from this position than it is to trying to do it in a horizontal position. Some of you guys that have rebuilt engines before, you're fully aware of what the heck I'm talking about. Nice, simple, quick and fast. You can actually do this with the block on, drop it up, put it in this position. You can also take this, rotate it around, which you can see in some of our other videos that we've actually done. There's a series of holes back here in case you're really heavy and you got to rotate it to control the weight. Works pretty well. This is the fold-up engine stand. It's a Merrick original product. You can actually go to, I'm going to drop this down here real quick. You can go to our website, theauto-rotisserie.com. Look us up on the internet. And you'll see a lot of other accessories and Merrick original products. This was originally intended, we got asked by some of the racing guys, they wanted to have an engine stand that they could actually take with them to the track when they're rebuilding stuff. You're going to run it around, you can take this, tuck it up. A lot of the ones that are currently out on the market only fold up so far and they don't lay down this far. This is the only one that actually does that. So once again, this is the fold-up engine stand. This is a dynamite little product. If you have any questions, call the factory at 1-800-568-7423. My name is Russ Merrick, and I'd like to thank you for your time. Hello, my name is Russ Merrick, and I'd like to welcome you to the manufacturing facility of Merrick Machine Company. What we have for you, gentlemen and ladies, this is the fold-up engine stand. It's a new product from Merrick Originals. You can see us on theauto-rotisserie.com. Now, look at this baby right off the get-go. We're talking about it's a fold-up stand, so real quick, the engine is actually sitting in an upright position, and we can lay it down horizontal like most of them are on the market. This is one of the unique features of this product. We've got a pin system in a welded stop each time, welded bar, so I can actually take this block, lay this baby back down, put my ball detent pin right back in and lock it into position. Nice and easy. You're working on the engine, trying to put your heads and so forth. Okay, what's the advantage of doing all this, guys? Why am I going to do this? This all rotates around. I'll show you here briefly in a second. There's a lot of advantage to doing this, gentlemen. If you're actually trying to put your crank in and so forth, it's a lot easier to do it in an upright position than try and do it in a horizontal position. Some of the other advantages that we have here, guys, if you're doing all this, I've got another pin down here on the bottom. If you're trying to paint this or you want to work on it from a different position, you can rotate this thing back and forth. Dynamite if you're trying to paint things up. You can go ahead and put this pin back in. There's a series of holes that you can do all that. I'm going to go ahead and lay this back down. We've got a fixed bar. Difficult to see. I'll see if I can get that for you. This is your actual stop bar, and we have that deliberately on there intentionally. So we're actually up about 3 degrees, guys. So if you look at it, we're up just a little bit. Most of them on the market were sagging at least 5 to 7 degrees as soon as you put the weight on here. So we're trying to compensate, get it up in the air. By the time you start putting everything else in here, you got your crank, your pistons, your heads, everything, it's going to want to be in a horizontal position by the time you're done, as opposed to leaning downhill. Nice little advantage. This is the fold-up dolly, excuse me, the fold-up engine stand. So you've got a series of pins. We'll actually show this in another video without the engine block on here. This leg actually has a pin system also. You can disengage, pull it out without the engine block on here, and I can fold this leg up to the front. I can do likewise with the one on the right-hand side. With no engine on here, I can take the main mast and lay it down. This is ideal for the guy at home. He's got his own garage, especially you race car guys. You can have a fold-up engine stand, throw it in the back of your trailer that you're hauling out to the racetrack. You got to rebuild something. This is the cat's meow. You guys really need to take a hard look at this. Once again, it's the fold-up engine stand. See some of our other videos on how to actually fold it up and the advantages to that. You've got a series of heavy-duty casters on here, way beyond the capacity of what you're actually going to load on this thing. The engine mounts themselves are pretty typical of anything that's out on the market today as far as trying to hook onto engine blocks, whether it's foreign or domestic. If you're going to be painting your engines, you're trying to build engines, the fold-up engine stand here, this is the one you need. If you got any questions, please go to the Auto Rotisserie. You can see us online, or you can call a factory at 1-800-568-7423. Once again, my name is Merrick, and I'd like to thank you for your time.